How do you foresee this Ashes going from a Jofra Archer perspective?
Well, for every bowler, they'll be hoping, both teams, that they stay fit. And Archer's raring to go. I've got a friend over in Barbados said he's absolutely raring to go, red hot. And so, the makeup of the team will probably, first match will be Wood and Archer. And then they might...
Do you think they're going to go all in, Wood and Archer,
in the first game,
test?
And then alternate from then on in? I think they're going to play Bashir because Stokes wants him in the team.
You don't think they'll go Will Jacks now?
No, he just champions Bashir.
He does. Yeah.
Maybe
the one
Jacks comes in. Bashir plays Perth.
We've been going for a while now. We haven't mentioned one bowler who I think will be the leading wicket taker in the whole series, Atkinson.
Wow,
I think Atkinson is a fantastic bowler.
I do not think he'll be the leading wicket.
Even on these pitches?
Yeah,
I think he's more suited on these wickets.
I've got him.
I haven't seen him bowling the last little while, so if his peak fitness and everything's fine, he'll be okay. But
and he extends the batting.
Yeah.
So Smith's at 7, you can have Atkinson at 8. Carse may not play, but he'll extend your batting as well.
Well, it will be one of Atkinson or Carse, wouldn't it?
No, Atkinson will play.
I think Atkinson will play. I think Carse has just dropped off a little bit.
Carse struggled a little bit.
It'll be Atkinson, Wood
and Archer
and Stokes and Bashir, I think.
You do kind of want Carse for Perth, though, don't you?
I think they'll play Carse in the second one. But anyway, we're not.
Let's say Archer. So, what does Archer bring, Jarrod? What does Archer bring to this bowling attack that they have lacked?
He's the only skillful bowler they have.
Go on.
They don't have Potts, but
Also,
Potts probably won't play.
No, potency. I said potency, not Potts. Potency.
They don't have skill-based bowlers, right? And yet Cummins and Boland and Hazelwood are skill-based bowlers. Now, they're fast as well, but they're skill-based bowlers.
Atkinson and Archer get tight in to the stumps and the umpire. Get tight in. They're not mid-division on that line. They're tight in, so they're bowling wicket to wicket. One of them is appreciably quicker than the other. That's Archer. And he's a skillful bowler, yes. He can change his pace up and down. But I think the biggest asset them to have is that they're tight into the umpire and bowling wicket to wicket, which doesn't give a batter an angle from mid-division or wide of the crease that you can work with. If he's wide of the crease and going in at middle and off, you can work that through the leg side easily enough. But if you're tight in, line and length, wicket to wicket at good pace, you hit the leg, you hit his leg, and you have every chance of LBW.
I think the thing with Jofra is, to get back to what we said about Hazelwood before, is Jofra is, again, another bowler who's a hybrid Australian English type bowler, right? In that he can use his wrist when he needs to,
yes,
but he also has the bounce.
Yeah.
Right? And so
Agreed.
He's very good. I'm not saying England can't win this series, because I think they could certainly outbat Australia. But the rest of the bowlers, if I'm Australia, I'm not particularly worried about. Wood can go on a spell, right? And can do some great things. But I think if I'm an Australian team, let's forget the fact they can't bat. Let's assume that they think they can bat at least. If I'm an Australian team, I'm like, okay, so Wood's going to bowl pretty much straight up and down, fast. Okay, there's lots of people that do that in Australian cricket. Like, we've faced that before. Atkinson doesn't really move the ball all that much, right? Like, he's not dragging the ball around sideways, and he's not that fast. Carse is, again, pretty much straight up and down, more a hit the wicket bowler, so perhaps you could use him in certain situations. And I think Potts is a similar bowler to Boland, right? Maybe not quite as tall, maybe doesn't have the high release point, but a similar bowler. Again, I just don't think that there's anything there. So Jofra is the difference, because Jofra can bowl bouncer spells, he can bowl Yorkers, he can hit the pitch really hard, or he can get it to move.
How many left-handers are going to be in Australia's top 7?
Well, that depends on who they go with. I would assume it's going to be 3.
We don't mention Tong, who's awkward. He's awkward.
Well, see, there's a little bit
of something there with him. He's
awkward.
He's not a line and length bowler. He's an impact bowler.
So we all three of us commentated on Josh Tongue this summer, didn't we? For talkSPORT Cricket's YouTube overseas stream. And what impressed me about Josh Tongue was his ability to prize out set batters with unplayable deliveries, which seem to come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? A bit like Harmy.
Awkward.
You know?
Yeah.
Every now and again, there would be a ball.
Liam Plunkett
There'd
in
be
one
a
day
ball
cricket.
in there that you'd be like, I've just seen this guy it's gone down leg side. It's
that's
gone
it.
too short. It's
Yeah,
gone over
over
there.
there.
And then suddenly, whoa, it's banged off the glove into the slips, and the guy's walking off with 37 going, where's that bowler come from?
Do you know, sometimes you could talk to a batter about that.
Yeah.
And they say, it's just the awkwardness. He's no idea where it's going. So that just disturbs me a little bit. If he doesn't know where it's going, leg side over my head, outside off stump, full bunger. And then every now and again, boom, there's an absolute beauty that comes down. And he's big enough. He's a tall guy who will hit the pitch, and he's got pace. And I suppose Stokes will just say to him, look, just let it go.
I can't see him playing a lot of test matches. Though.
I bet he plays 2. I bet he plays 2 out of 5.
I think if he plays 2, I think they're struggling. I think that means that.
So you're going to use him as a backup, just as if somebody's injured, he can come in.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right, fair dues.
You look at the people who have taken wickets in Shield cricket, and you look at the people who've taken wickets in test matches in Australia over the last couple of years. It's not that kind of bowler. It used to be, right? You used to want that kind of bowler to turn up to Australia. Nancy Hayward type, right?
Yeah.
You know, a Shane Bond. I know Shane Bond's a bit more accurate, but again, Shane Bond could spray it around and everything. Now, I think you want someone who literally is just on top of you the whole time, because the wickets are giving you assistance. And that's why I think England are coming over with a bowling lineup that traditionally would be very good in Australia. And Australia, I've got a bowling lineup that works for current Australian conditions. So not only are they a higher quality bowling lineup, right, and they might get all old and be useless, but they're higher quality. I think they're more suited for the wickets. If the CEO gets his way, and he probably won't, because to be honest, I don't think the grounds listen to the Cricket Australia CEO all that much. But if the CEO gets his way, I think England have a very interesting bowling attack at that point, right? And then you have Tongue and you have Cast, right? And you probably at that stage, maybe you even ease Atkinson out, because you want the guys coming in and whacking the wicket, and then rotating Wood and Atkinson and Jofra around a little bit.
Stokes.
He was the best bowler last summer.
Stokes, the batter. I don't think there's any questions over Stokes, the captain.
No, I mean, he's the impact of the whole team. He's Ben Stokes. He's the Pied Piper. He just leads them, and they'll do anything for him. He's unbelievably popular, and he doesn't have he's very beefy. He's very, very beefy in that he's got this.
Not physically.
He's got that utter belief in what he's doing. There's no what if. Them two words don't exist to beefy or to Ben Stokes. What if? Go for it. Go for it all the time. Go for it. And they reckon if there's a bit of reverse, this is sort of from the players, and if there's a bit of reverse, he does not reverse swing. If things are going against and you've got to just back off, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just keep going. It'll be fine. It's always fine, which is beefy as well. He had this great belief, Beef, in anything that he did. He's right, and that made him the player. We're going to come to it. Iconic players.
You see that, don't you? It's that certainty, right?
Yeah, a certainty.
And you know, Michael Jordan is one. Like, if you watch The Last Dance, they're showing him evidence that maybe he didn't do things correctly, and Michael Jordan's like, "This is the way I did it. I've got 6 rings." And they're like, yeah, but you bullied people and you did this. And this is the way I did it. Like, they don't see it in the same way that other people do. And I remember talking to a couple of Australian cricketers years ago about, they were like, you almost need to be really, really smart to be a professional athlete, or really, really dumb. And the rest of the people are probably like him, are caught in the middle of like thinking a little bit too much, or I'm not thinking enough, or whatever. And like the really smart guys like can think through it and be like, Kumar Sangakkara, and be like, what I need to do today is this. Sachin, what I need to do today is this. Or you want to be the guy that just goes out there and goes, I'm going to whack it, right? And Ben Stokes has that. I'm not saying he's dumb, but he has that ability to just be like, it's simple. The ball's coming down. I'm going to block it. Then later I'm going to smash it.